Start. So hopefully we're working on YouTube this week. So for those of you that don't realise, I've got one device broadcasting on Facebook and a separate device broadcasting on YouTube, and they're both, because you have to think about some of these technical things. My Facebook is going on via like a normal mobile phone signal, and my YouTube is going via the home Wi-Fi. So two separate networks, hopefully reducing the load so that I can keep going live. However, for those of you that are here last Sunday and Wednesday, I had some technical problems on, Facebook last Sunday and YouTube Wednesday and Sunday. So this is YouTube's last chance. So hopefully today will be okay. But if YouTube causes me problems today, then I'll be doing it on Facebook only. So if you're on YouTube and it does fail, if you are able to get onto my Yoga with Ian Facebook page, then you'll be able to tune in there. So hopefully all bases covered, but we'll see how we get on. So we're going to start this session standing up. So we've got the feet at hip width, your arms relaxing by your side. And if you can, there's that slight extension up tall. Allow your chin to drop just slightly. We'll close the eyes. And just allowing yourself to relax. So feel the weight of your body pressing down through your feet. So the ball of the foot, the heel, the toes. Noticing the weight of the arms gently drawing down towards the ground. You maybe be able to notice almost like the feeling of weights in the tips of your fingers. So if you take your attention to the tips of your fingers, just being aware of how they're being gently drawn down towards the ground. The weight of the arms, shoulder blades. Nice steady flow of air in and out of the body. Maybe there's a slight sway in your body. So you've got your eyes closed, so maybe the body's being a little bit more sensitive to staying upright, and you might notice the weight of the body shifting from the heels to the ball of the foot. Maybe the toes are getting involved to just help balance. And from our standing position, we'll take some weight forwards intentionally so that the toes get engaged. So the toes are gripping to hold you up. We're slowly coming back to center and a little bit of weight into your heels. So the toes may or may not lift, don't worry if they don't. Back to center and forwards again, weight into the toes. Back to center, shifting a little bit of weight into the heels. Forwards again, weight to toes. Back to center, and then we'll put some weight into the heels again. And then we come back to center. Shift the weight to the outside of that right foot and then forwards to your little toes, across the toes to your left foot, left heel, right heel. So we're just gently shifting the weight around. And then we go back in the opposite direction. Gently coming back to center. And if you've got the eyes closed, we'll open the eyes. We'll do some forward folds and back up to standing with our breath. So we're extending up. And as you breathe out, bring in your chest forwards. arms hanging, head hanging, bending the legs if you need to. So if you're noticing tightness in the backs of the legs, take a bit of a bend, allow the belly to rest on the thighs. And then with that next breath in, we'll inhale and slowly roll up. So we're slowly coming up, the arms hanging, the head hanging until your spine is upright, and then we drop shoulder blades back. And again, we'll breathe in, extend up. Breathe out, leading with your chest as you come forwards. And pausing at the bottom. And inhale as you slowly roll up. And shoulder blades back. And then once more, breathe in, extending up. Breathe out as you lead with your chest and you come forwards. Pause at the bottom. And then once more, inhaling and slowly coming up. Shoulder blades back. Interlace the fingers above your head, so bring them together, reach up to the ceiling, and then we're coming over to the left. And then we come back up. Fingertips up to ceiling, over to the right. And then back to center, extending up to the ceiling again, over to the left. And then we come back up and extending up and over to the right. And back to center, arms down. Step the feet just a little bit wider, with hands to hips and circle your hips. And in the opposite direction. And then we come back to center. We're going to raise the right arm up. We're going to draw a figure of 8 in front. Nothing too exact or precise. And as you're going through this movement, we're turning the thumb in and turning the thumb out. So you're opening and closing your wrist, turning the palm in and turning the palm out. And then we'll allow that right arm to come down by your side. So the same with the left. Figure of 8. And then turning that thumb in and out. And left arm comes down. We do both together. So we lift the arms up, take them apart, coming back in, up, apart, down. And again, as you're going through that movement, turning thumbs in and turning thumbs out. And then just allow the arms to come down by your side. We'll do standing back bends. So the feet are hip width, the hands are behind, shoulder blades, elbows come towards each other. We extend up, take the gaze up, and with a breath out, leaning back. Slowly coming back up again. Shoulder blades, elbows towards each other, extending up, taking your gaze up, breathe out, lean back. And then we come back up. And again, shoulder blades, elbows towards each other. Once more, extending up, taking your gaze up, breathe out, lean back. And then coming back up, allow your arms to come down. Stepping to the top of your mat if you're not there already. So we take the hands together. We're extending up tall. Take a breath in and out. We'll breathe in and then out. Inhale, fingertips to ceiling. Breathe out, folding forwards. And then lifting into flat back. And hands down, and we step back to a plank. And then from plank, we're all the way down onto the mat, extending toes, inhale, lifting to cobra. Breathe out, coming down, curling the toes under, and we press up and back into downward dog. And then step forwards and fold forwards. Inhaling, coming up, hands together above the head. Breathe out, coming down, and inhale as you come up. Breathe out as you fold forwards. Inhale as we lift flat back, hands down, and we're back to plank. And then all the way down, extending toes, inhale, lifting the chest. Breathing out, coming down, curl the toes under, and we press up and back into downward dog. And stepping forwards, folding forwards. And inhaling, coming up, hands together above the head, breathing out, coming down. Inhale, fingertips to ceiling. Breathe out, folding forwards. Lifting into flat back, hands down, and we step back to plank. All the way down, extending toes, inhale, lift. Breathe out, down, curl the toes under, up and back to downward dog. And stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling, coming up, hands together, breathe out, down. One more round, inhale up, breathe out forwards, lift flat back, hands down, back to plank, all the way down. Extend toes, inhale, lift, breathe out, down, curl the toes under, up and back into downward dog. Step forwards, fold forwards. And inhale, coming up, hands together above the head, breathing out, coming down, taking your arms down. So we'll take the feet a little bit wider than hip width, and we'll just swing the arms through one side to the other. Lift the arms higher, cross the face, fingertips to ceiling. And then allowing your arms to drop down. We'll step back to the top of the mat. So the feet are hip width, we're extending up. We'll come into chair pose, so bend the legs, raise the arms. Right foot back, warrior two. So the right arm behind, look forwards over your left. Straighten the left leg, raise the arms. And then we come down. And then coming up, back down. And once more up, keep the arms up, turn your left foot in. So toes are pointing in the same direction. So from here, we'll keep the arms up, we're going to bend the right leg, and then we're going to fold forwards at the waist, arms behind, fingertips point behind. And then coming up, raise the arms up, straighten the right leg. Bend the left leg. Folding forwards, arms sweep behind, and coming up and straightening the left leg. Bending the right leg, arms coming down, folding forwards, and then we come up and straighten the right leg. Bend the left leg, folding forwards. And then coming up, straightening. So once more on each side. Bend the right leg, folding forwards, arms down, fingertips behind, and coming up, straightening the right leg. We'll do it once more with the left, bending the left leg, folding forwards, and then coming up, raise the arms up, straighten the left leg, and then we'll return to warrior two. So we turn that left foot, look forwards over the left hand, extended side angle, so the left arm comes down, chest sideways, right arm alongside your head. From here, we're going to transition to side plank. We're going to be facing the other side. We're going to bring both hands and the right knee down, turning to face to the left, straightening the left leg. Keep the right knee down if you prefer. Left hand up, fingertips to ceiling. Left hand back to the mat, as we return to plank, and then we're going to do side plank to the right. Raise the right arm up. Have that left knee down if you need it down. Right arm alongside the head and reach. Right arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Right arm alongside the head and you reach. Right arm up. Once more, by the side of the head and reaching. Back to normal plank. And press the bum back to downward dog. From here, we'll transition to warrior one. So we lift up the left foot, bring your left foot forwards, raising up. We'll do revolve triangle. So the right arm stays where it is, the left leg straightens, the left arm comes down. We reach up through the right fingertips. We're bringing the chest forwards, taking that right hand across to the left leg, left arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Left arm comes down, back to warrior one. Arms to horizontal. Right arm under left. Fingertips up, fingers to palms if we can. And if you're able, crossing the right leg over the left. From here, we're going to come into warrior three. So we're going to keep the arms in this position. We're going to unwrap the legs. Fold forward to the waist, extend that right leg behind. Release the arms and come back to lunge. So the right heel is off the mat. Raise the arms. Straighten the left leg and fold forwards. So the hands are coming down to your leg or maybe to the mat. Head hangs. And then we're going to come back up to lunge. So we raise up, raise the arms up. And step the right foot forwards. And we'll come to standing, arms by your side. And we'll run through that little sequence again. So we're standing at the top of the mat. We're extending up. We'll come into chair pose, bend the legs, raise the arms. Left foot back to a warrior two. Look forwards over that right hand. Straighten the right leg, raise the arms. And then we come back down. And then coming up. And then down. And then once more up. Keep the arms up. Turn that right foot in. So this time we'll bend the left leg. Fold forward to the waist. The arms come behind, fingertips behind. And then coming up, left leg straightens, raise the arms. Bend the right leg, folding forwards. And then coming up, raise the arms up, straighten the right leg. And then the left. And then coming up, straighten the left leg. Bend the right, fold forwards. And we come up, straighten the right leg. We're going to do that once more each side. So we're bending the left, folding forwards. Coming up, straightening the left. Bend the right, folding forwards. And then we come back up. Warrior two. So we turn that right foot back round, bend the right leg, look forwards over the right hand. Right arm down, left arm alongside the head extended, side angle. From here, side plank, so we're turning the other side. Both hands, left knee come down. Turn to face to the right, raising the right arm up. Right hand back to your mat, back to plank. Turn to the left, raise up left arm. So that right knee can be down if you need it. Left arm alongside the head, reaching. Left arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Alongside the head and reach. And then coming up. And alongside the head again, reaching. We'll bring that left hand to the mat, back to plank. Press the bum back to downward dog. Returning or making your way to warrior one. We lift up the right foot forwards, raising up. Keep the left arm up, straighten the right leg, right arm comes down. So you reach up to the ceiling, chest moves forwards, left hand to your right leg, right fingertips reach up to the ceiling. And the right arm comes down, we come back to warrior one. Arms to horizontal, left arm under the right, fingers to palms if you can, and either stepping the left foot forwards to standing or cross the left leg over the right. Reach the fingertips up. Keep the arms in this position, unwinding the legs to warrior three. And then we'll unwind the arms and step that left foot back and come into lunge. Straightening the right leg, reaching forwards as you fold forward. So the hands come down, the head hangs. And then we're going to bring the hands to the mat and make our way to downward dog. Shoulders forwards to come into plank. All the way down. Extend your toes, inhale as you lift your chest. Breathe out as you come down, curl the toes under. Return to downward dog. Step forwards and fold forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above your head. Breathing out, coming down. Inhaling up. Breathing out as you fold forwards. Inhaling as you lift into flat back, hands down, back to plank, all the way down, extending toes, inhale, lift, breathe out as you come down, curl the toes under, up and back into downward dog, and stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling, coming up, hands together. Breathing out, coming down. Inhaling, coming up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Lifting into flat back. Hands down, and we step back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes, inhale, lift. Breathing out, coming down. Pressing up to hands and knees. So we'll come to an all fours position. And a few rounds of cat-cow. Tipping your pelvis back and gently forward, gaze forward. So you're imagining, so you're starting the movement each time at the pelvis, imagining the movement rippling through the spine. Inhaling, tipping your pelvis forward, gaze forward, breathing out, pelvis back, back arches and head drops. Pause in a flat back position, extended child's pose, so the knees wide, toes towards each other, bum to heel, slide, walk the hands away, fingers spread, the hands press forwards, and then inhale, lifting up, bringing shoulders forwards, breathing out, back down, inhaling, coming up, breathing out, back down. And then pausing in an upright position. We'll come to a seated position for boat pose. So the legs are bent, the feet flat, hands on the shins, leaning back, taking the hands off, lifting your feet. If that feels okay, straightening the legs, coming back down. And again, we'll lean back, hands off. Lift the feet, straightening the legs, and then coming down. We'll do that once more. Hands off, arms up, and straightening the legs, and then slowly back down. We'll come into fish pose, so we straighten the legs out, hands down just behind or alongside the bum, down onto the forearms. So from here, we're looking up to the ceiling. We're then pressing down through the forearms. So we're puffing the chest up, arching the back, keeping that gaze up whilst you keep that pressure down. And then release, chest drops down, the gaze is forwards. And again, we'll look up, press down through the forearms, puff the chest, arch the back. And then come down and doing that once more. So we're looking up, pressing down, and then releasing and lying down, legs bent and feet flat. Reaching down with the fingertips, and we'll allow both legs to come over to the right side. Pause there. Just being aware of your breathing. Noticing your heart rate. Maybe you're aware of the feeling of the heart beating in your chest. And it will start to slow down. Bring the legs to center and over to the left. Keep them there. And then gently side to side, so we're inhaling center, breathe out, left, inhale up, exhale down, inhaling to the center, breathing out, coming down. And then we'll pause. And when we're back to center, we'll come into a lying twist. So we extend the left leg and guide that right leg over. So you roll onto your left side, outside of your left leg, looking up to the ceiling or turning the head to the right if your neck's comfortable with that. And then back to center, and we'll switch. And then we guide that left leg over to the right, looking up to the ceiling or turning your head to the left. And then we'll come back to center and into relaxation. So arms by your side, palms upwards. Closing the eyes. And taking a moment to enjoy this feeling. We'll take some deeper breaths. Move fingers and toes. When you're ready, bend the legs up, roll to one side, press up to a seated position, and we'll close the eyes for a moment more, hands together. So thank you all for taking time for yoga on this Sunday morning. Namaste. Thank you for joining in. Hope you enjoyed that. It looks like, as far as I can tell, Facebook and YouTube have behaved themselves, which is very handy. Clocks have changed, longer days, 20 degrees on Tuesday, I think, and then it gets cold again, but hey ho. So thanks for joining in. See you hopefully maybe Wednesday evening or next Sunday. Take care. See you later. See you, guys.